Definition of divisibility. Let a and b are two integers with a is not equal to 0. That is, a is the divisor. That's why a is not equal to 0. Then we say that a divides to b, or we can also say b is divisible by a. If there exists an integer k such that b is equal to ak, that is, if this b expressed in the form a into some integer, then we say that a divides to b. What is the notation for a divides to b? Write a oblique b. A oblique b. This is the notation for a divides to b. So what is the definition? A divides to b. Read it this as a divides to b. Don't read it as a by b or a oblique b. Read as a divides to b if b is equal to this b expressed in the form a into k for some k belongs to z. Either use k letter or c letter or any another letter, k1, k2, k3 for this integer. Okay, so this k is integer means k is what? Either 0 or 1 or -1. It may be negative, but integer. It is 2 or -2, 3, -3. This is the value of k. So if this b express, this a and b are also two integers, and a is not equal to 0 because we cannot divide by 0. So because something divided by 0 is infinity meaningless quantity. That's why divides a is not equal to 0. So when we say a divides to b, if b expressed in the form a into k for some k belongs to z, and if a does not divides to b, then we say a, we write this as a oblique sign and then cross sign b. That is, a does not divides to b. This is the notation for a does not divides to b. That is, a oblique sign and cross does not divides to b. So what is the definition? This is very important definition for further discussion for whole chapter of this remaining chapter of integer. This definition is very important, and it is very simple definition that when we say a divides to b, if b expressed in the form a into k for some k belongs to z. This is very simple definition. For example, 2 divides to 8. Don't read at 2 divided by or oblique b or 2 by 8. This is not 2 by 8 or 2 oblique 8. This is what? Read it as 2 divides to 8. Okay, that as 8 is equal to, and 8 expressed in the form 2 into 4, and this 4 is the integer. 4 is the integer. And what we have, this actually this is the quotient. 4 is the quotient. So when we say divide, if the remainder is 0, okay, if you divide 9 by 2, then what is the quotient? Actually, the quotient is 4 and remainder is 1. Okay, or the quotient is 4.5. If we answer this 4.5 is not integer, and so 2 does not divide to 9 because this 9 does not express as 2 into some integer. If we write 9 as 2 into 8, 2 into 4 plus 1, then what happens? That 4 is the quotient and 1 is the remainder. So if the remainder is non-zero, then we say does not divides 2. So, and we know that it is very easy that what are the numbers divisible by 2? If you ask the question that what are the numbers divided by 2, then what is the list? The number 2 plus minus 2 plus minus 4 plus minus 6 plus minus 8 plus minus 10. These are the numbers divisible by 2. 9 is not divisible by. Why 9 is not divisible by 2? Actually, if we done this calculation on calculator, then question what is, that is, if we write 9, if we divide 9 by 2 on calculator, then what is the answer on the calculator is 4.5. This is actually the question, but this is not integer. So when we say numbers a, one number divides to other number, or when we say a divides to b, if b expressed in the form a into k, not, this is not just the definition that it is expressed in the form a into k. This k is not number, any number. This k is what? K is integer. K must be integer. Otherwise, if we here we 9 express in the form 2 into 4.5, because 2 into 4.5 is 9, but this 4.5 is not integer. So when we say divides, A divides to B, if B expressed in the form A into some integer, it may be, this K may be positive or negative. Here is the example that 2 divides to minus 8. Why 2 divides to minus 8? Because here right here is the mistake, that write minus 8. So this minus 8 as minus 8 expressed in the form 2 into minus 4. And this minus 4 is integer. We know that what is the set of integer? Set of integer Z is what contains 0 plus 1 minus 1 plus 2 minus 2 plus 3 minus 3 and so on. So this is the set of integers. Okay, and the 4.5 is not integer. The fractional numbers are not integers. The numbers in the point are not integers. Therefore 2 divides to minus 8, because minus 8 right here, minus sign, minus 8 expressed as 2 into minus 4. So this is the definition of divisibility. A divides to B, or B is divisible by A, right? Read it as A divides to B, or B is divisible by A. So when A divides to B, if this B expressed in the form A into some integer, and therefore larger number does not divide to smaller number. Only in the one case larger number divides to smaller number, that is larger number divides to this B if this B is 0. Otherwise larger number does not divide to smaller number. So using next example, using the principle of mathematical induction, again the same types example of mathematical induction, prove that 3 divides 2. This is not 3 oblique or 3 by n cube plus 2n, right? Read it as 3 divides to n cube plus 2n. So prove that 3 divides to n cube plus 2n for all n belongs to n. So we have to show this 3 divides to n cube plus 2n for all n belongs to n. We denote this statement, given statement, by using PL, notation PL. And now the first step of the mathematical induction is what? Prove the result is true for either n is equal to 1, or n is equal to 2, or n is equal to 3. This is the first step of first principle of mathematical induction. So here we prove the result is true for n is equal to 1. That is to prove P1 is true. In the first step, what we have to prove? P1 is true. And that is substitute n is equal to 1 in this statement. What do we have? 3 divides to 1 cube plus 2 into 1. And what is 1 cube? 1 cube is 1 plus 2 into 1 is 2. That is 3. This is 3. And as 3 divides to 3, because 3 expressed as 3 into 1, and 1 is integer. By using this definition, we say 3 divides to 3, because this 3 expressed as 3 into some integer. That integer is 1, and therefore 3 divides to 3, and that is 3 divides to 1 cube plus 2 into 1, means this statement Pn is true for n is equal to 1. That is P1 is true. Okay, that is P1 is true. Here is the example, answer of the example. Okay, so what is P1 is true? As P1 is true because 3 divides to 3, 1 cube plus 2n. Then second step, assume that Pk is true. In the second step, what is the second step of mathematical induction? We assume that Pk is true, or the given statement is true for n is equal to k, and prove the given statement is true for n is equal to k plus 1. That is Pk plus 1 is true. So this is our assumption, that I assume that Pk is true. That is 3 divides to k cube plus 2k. And this is our assumption. It's called induction hypothesis. And this is not to prove. This is our assumption. What do we have to prove? Pk plus 1 is true. That is, we have to prove 3 divides 2, right? Here n, I replace this n by k plus 1. That is k plus 1 cube plus 2 into k plus 1. We have to show this. This is our assumption. So what is our assumption? Pk is true. That is 3 divides to k cube plus 2k. that is k cube plus 2k is equal to 3m, because this 3 divides to this number, means this number expressed as 3 into some integer. So already here k is notation, therefore use m notation. Another other than k notations, either use m or l or k1 or k2 or any another notation. Okay, x, y, a, b, small a, b, c. Take any notation at this place. So 3 divides to this number. So by using this definition, divisibility, when we say a divides to b, if a divides to b, if and only that is, then we have b expressed in the form a into some integer. Like that, 3 divides to k cube plus 2k, and therefore this k cube plus 2k expressed as 3 into some integer. And for that integer, the notation here I use the notation m. No need to write only notation m. We use l, k1, k2, k3. Don't use k, because k is already here. So use m or l or s or n or any another notation. Okay. So 3 divides to k cube plus 2k means k cube plus 2k expressed as 3 into sub integer. That integer is suppose m. And then what we have to prove? Pk plus 1 is true. That is 3 divides to, what we have to show? 3 divides to, this statement is true for n is equal to k plus 1, means replace n by k plus 1. That is why we have to show 3 divides to k plus 1 cube plus 2k plus 1. And when 3 divides to this quantity, if this quantity, that is k plus 1 cube plus 2k plus 1, this express in the form 3 into some integer. If this express as 3 into some integer, then we say 3 divides to this. So consider this. Consider k plus 1 cube plus 2k plus 1. And what is the next step? What is your simplification? Direction of simplification of this quantity? Our direction of simplification of this quantity is what? We try to express this number, this quantity as 3 into some integer. What is your aim? We have to show this 3 divides to this number, this quantity. Means we express this quantity as 3 into some integer. That is the procedure. And what is the k plus 1 cube? Is k cube plus 3k 1 square plus 3k square into 1 plus 1 cube. Okay, this is the k plus 1 cube plus 2 into k plus 2, then multiply by this 2 in bracket, and then this k cube plus 2k, this 2k write in one bracket, and the remaining quantity 3k plus 3k square, and this 1 cube is 1 plus 2 becomes 3, and this k cube plus 2k, the value of k cube plus 2k is 3m by using star. So substitute that. Obviously, in the proof of second step, our assumption is pk is true, that is induction hypothesis, and we have to show the result is true for k n is equal to k plus 1. In order to prove the result is true for k plus 1, we have to use the induction hypothesis, obviously. So here is the use of this assumption that k cube plus 2k is 2m by using star, and the remaining quantities are as it is, and take this 3 as common factor from this. And what do we have in bracket? M plus k square plus 1. And this m plus k square plus 1 is integer. Why is integer? Because m is integer, k is integer, k square is also integer because k is integer, square of integer is integer, and this 1 is integer, and addition of integer is integer. And so this quantity is integer. Addition of integer is integer. If we add suppose 2 and 3, then we have the answer 5. We don't have the answer in point. If all these are the integers, they may be positive or negative, but their addition and subtraction of integer is integer. A square of integer is also integer. If we suppose the k is suppose 5, then its square is what? 25, again integer. And so an addition and subtraction of integer is integer. That's why this is the integer. And so what we have? We have this k plus 1 cube plus 2k plus 1. This quantity expressed in the form 3 into some integer, and therefore 3 divides to this. 3 divides to k plus 1 cube plus 2k plus 1 means pk plus 1 is true. or the result this Pn is true for n is equal to k plus 1. Here the second step completed. And then by mathematical induction we say that Pn is true for all n belongs to n. That is 3 divides to, that is this is true for all n means 3 divides to n cube plus 2n for all n belongs to n. So all the examples under the mathematical inductions are uh, expressed in the two forms, two steps. The answers are given by using mathematical induction in the two steps. So what is the first step? Prove the result is true for n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, for any one fixed number. And in second step, assume the result is true for n is equal to k and prove the result is true for n is equal to k plus 1. So any example by using this mathematical induction. The next example is what? Prove that n is strictly less than 2 raised to n for all positive integer n. Means for all positive integers means natural numbers for all n belongs to n's. And we know that the mathematical induction is applicable only for natural numbers. Okay, this is applicable if the n is natural number. Okay, we have to prove the result for all natural numbers, for all positive integers, then the mathematical induction is applicable. Otherwise, if n is not integer, positive integer, or n is not natural number, then we cannot apply the mathematical induction. That is, if n is fractional number, we cannot apply, or number in point, then we cannot apply mathematical induction. So the given statement n is strictly less than 2n is denoted by Pn. n is obviously natural number. Then the proof is by mathematical induction. The proof is in the, this is the example of question paper of 2019, the previous year question paper. This is the example for 5 marks. So what is the first step? We prove the result is true for n is equal to 1. That is P1 is true. We prove the result is true for n is equal to 1. We prove the Pn is true for n is equal to 1. Means we prove P1 is true. This is the first step. That is substitute n is equal to 1 in LHS and RHS. So what is your observation? LHS is 1, RHS 2 raised to 1 means 2. And obviously 1 is strictly less than 2. And therefore P1 is true. Therefore P1 is true. And next step is what? We assume the result is true for n is equal to k, means Pk is true. That is our assumption is what? K is strictly less than 2 raised to k. This is equation star. And we have to show Pk plus 1 is true. That is the result Pn is true for n is equal to k plus 1. That is, replace n by k plus 1. What we have? K plus 1 is strictly less than 2 raised to k plus 1. We have to prove this, that k plus 1 is strictly less than 2 raised to k plus 1. So consider LHS, k plus 1. And this k plus 1 is less than or equal to 2k. What is the k plus 1? If k is, suppose k is 1, then what is LHS? 1 plus 1. Obviously this k is integer. So 1 plus 1 and 2 into 1 is again, both sides are same. If k is 3, then what is LHS? Suppose k is 2, then what is LHS? 2 plus 1, that is 3. And what is RHS? 2 into 2 is 4. So 3 is less than 4. If you take k as 3, then what happens? 3 plus 1 is 4 and 3 into 2 into 3 is 6. So 4 is strictly less than 6. That is, if you take any k as an integer, suppose take k as 100, then what is the LHS? 100 plus 1 is 101. But what is RHS? 2 into 100 is what? Is 200. So 101 is obviously strictly less than 200. So this is true, that k plus 1 is less than or equal to 2k. Only if k is 1, then we have the equality sign. Otherwise, LHS is strictly less than 2k. And this 2k and this 2 as it is, and this k is what? Is strictly less than 2 raised to k by using assumption. So here a right reason for this step as by assumption. So write this k is strictly less than 2 raised to k. So replace this k by 2 raised to k, and so we have the sign less than, because k and 2 raised to k both are not same. K is strictly less than 2 raised to k. So replace this k by 2 raised to k. So sign is strictly less than, and 2 as it is, and then 2 into 2 raised to k is 2 raised to k plus 1. And so what do we have? We have k plus 1 is strictly less than 2 raised to k plus 1. That is, we have that pk plus 1 is true, or pn is true for all, for n is equal to k plus 1. That is, result is true for k, n is equal to k plus 1. And then by mathematical induction, we say Pn is true for all n belongs to n. This is the standard short form for mathematical induction, that capital M dot I dot. So by mathematical induction, our first principle of mathematical induction, Pn is true for all n belongs to n. That is, n is strictly less than 2 raised to n for all n belongs to n. So these are some problems for homework assignments. So solve these all problems, very simple problems. The first one is a simple problem, second one is also simple, third one is also simple. Prove the result is true for n is equal to 1, and then assume the result is true for n is equal to k, and prove the result is true for n is equal to k plus 1. So solve all these problems A, B, C, D, E, F by using first principle of mathematical induction. Prove that the cube of any integer can be expressed as the difference of two squares. That is, we have to show this, that n cube, prove that cube of any integer, that is n cube, expressed in the as the difference of these two squares, two quantities. Okay, so the value of n cube is this, and we have to show this is true for all n belongs to n. This is what to show this is true for all n is equal to n belongs to n. That is, use the mathematical induction again. Here is also, that is, in the words we are given that prove that the cube of any integer can be written as the difference of two squares, means this, we have to show this by using mathematical induction. That is, prove n is equal, this result is true for n is equal to 1, and then prove the result, assume the result is true for n is equal to k, and prove the result is true for n is equal to k plus 1. Again, the proof is by using mathematical induction. Prove that n factorial is greater than 2 raised to n. So this is again the proof by using mathematical induction, n greater than or equal to 4. For every integer, n greater than or equal to 4. So what is the first step in this problem? Prove n, this result is true for, denote this is by using Pn, and show that is, first step is what? Prove the result is true for n is equal to 4. Don't prove the result is true for n is equal to 1 or 2 or 3, because n is greater than or equal to 4. So this example is of this type. We have to prove n factorial is greater than n square for n greater than or equal to 4. That is this example. I think the same example. No, this is 2 raised to n. Here is 2 raised to n, and here is n square. But the same proof is same. First, prove the result is true for n is equal to 4. N is equal to 4. Then assume the result is true for n is equal to 4, and prove the result is true for n is equal to k plus 1. So proof of this example. For proof of this example, refer this example. 2.6. So first step is what? First step is prove the result is true for n is equal to 4, and then assume the result is true for n is equal to 4. And prove the result is true for not assume the result is true for n is equal to k in the second step, and prove the result is true for k plus 1. That is what is the assumption? K factorial is greater than 2 raised to k. If this is star, and then prove that k plus 1 factorial is greater than 2 raised to k plus 1. The adjustment is like this. Similar, k plus 1 factorial is greater than, here is greater than sign. So again, the proof of n factorial is greater than n cube for n is greater than or equal to 6. Means what is your first step? Prove the result is true for n is equal to 6. If this is the first step, because n is greater than or equal to 6. And then assume in second step, assume the result is true for n is equal to k, and prove the result is true for n is equal to k plus 1. Okay, the proof is of this is again of this same type by using, here is n square, there is n cube. 2.6, refer 2.6 for again for that the proof of this example. Then prove that 5 raised to 2n minus 2 raised to 5n is integral multiple of 7. Okay, and that is, we have to express this number, this quantity, as a 7 into some integer is integral multiple of 7. We can also write this example in another form, that prove that 7 divides to 5 raised to 2n minus 2 raised to 5n. 7 divides to this, right? We can write this example. 7 divides to 5 raised to 2n minus 2 raised to 5n. Is integral multiple of 7 means it is a multiple of 7 or it is a divisible by 7 or 7 divides to this quantity. So, and the proof of this is for proof of this example, refer this example. Prove that 8 raised to n minus 3 raised to n is integral multiple of 5. There is integral multiple of 7. So denote Pn, the statement by Pn, and then prove the result is true for n is equal to 1, and then assume the result is true for n is equal to k, and prove the result is true for n is equal to k plus 1. That is, assume that quantity, this quantity is what? Is result is true for n is equal to k, means 5 raised to 2k minus 2 raised to 5k is integral multiple of 7, means this 5 raised to 2k minus 2 raised to 5k expressed in the form 7 into m, like this, 7 into m. This is our star. This is our induction hypothesis. And then we have to prove the result is true for n is equal to k plus 1, means that quantity is divisible by 7, multiple of 7, divisible by 7 and multiple of 7 both are same. That is, express that, consider that quantity and express that as a 7 into some integer, like this. And so refer this 2.4 for the answer of this example 9. So solve all this exercise and communicate me by using WhatsApp or a common group or my personal WhatsApp number. If you have any queries, any problem while solving exercise, then also contact me through WhatsApp group. So the correction in this first example. So if you write the notes in the notebook, then refer this new form of the answer of these examples. I one by one I show all the slides. So while writing the answer of the examples, refer this. This is the correction that in the previous slides, this is not given that to prove the result is true for k plus 1. So this is the correction. So refer these PPTs. So again, here is, this is the correction. Some correction is there. So that there is a plus sign, double sign is there. So refer this slide for writing the answer of this problem. Then this problem is again some addition is there, that we have to prove the result is true for k plus 1. That is, we have to prove this and then write this answer. So write all these solve problems first in notebook and then solve the exercise problems. So here is again some corrections. This is the correction. So refer this slide, new slide, while writing the answers in the example in your notebook. So this is the example. So refer these slides. This a definition, divisibility is very important for further discussion of this chapter, integer. So write all these, solve problems first and then solve all the exercise problems. In the next lecture, we will see the remaining chapter or next point of this chapter, divisibility, the property.